Hey there, honors students. This is Dr. Brantley. I'm the director of the honors program, and you get emails from me all the time. I am going to use this video today to remind you all of general things to know about the honors program. This will be a short video, and you'll be able to find the PDF of the slides attached to this video, depending on where you find it. So I'm going to share my screen, and I'm just going to go over some basics here. Requirements and more specifics about courses will be in another video, or you can talk to me about those kinds of questions in person. Okay, so general reminders. One general reminder is that this is a sticker that we have for honors students. I think we still have a handful left for you. Talk to a peer mentor in the Honors Center if you'd like to get one. So in terms of being an honors student, that's a great honor, it's a great privilege, and it's a great responsibility. You are invited to join the honors program when you apply to Laverne, and all of you decided to join the honors program. But your responsibilities do not end there. In order to maintain eligibility to stay in the honors program, you have to do a couple of things every year to keep up with everybody else. So one is keeping a minimum overall GPA of at least 3.3. I check everybody's GPAs and transcripts twice a year to see how people are doing in this regard. The other thing is that you need to take regular classes in the honors program. You need to keep working towards the completion of the honors program requirements. So we say basically you need to take one honors class per academic year. That doesn't mean every semester, it just means every academic year. So fall, January, or spring, at least one honors class to make sure you're staying active in the program. In terms of honors requirements, that's going to be a separate video, so don't worry too much about the course requirements there. This is just how you maintain eligibility. If your eligibility drops, if your GPA goes a little below 3.3, or you miss a year of classes, you're going to get an email from me first saying you're on probation. And then if you don't improve your GPA or your course requirements, then you'll be dropped from the program. And I'll always be very clear with you about when and if that's going to happen. Now, every semester, there is an advising process. It's about 3 weeks long in the middle of the semester. And you're going to meet with your regular advisors and maybe me as you plan out your next semester. And you're always going to keep in mind, have I taken an honors class this year? Do I need to? But there are a couple other things that I want to make sure everybody knows about advising this year. So during the advising period, which, as I said, happens in the middle of the semester, you need to meet with your major or your primary advisor first. If you're a biology major, you have a bio advisor. If you're a history major, you have a history advisor. Could be me. That's the person who's going to help you make sure you're on track to complete your major degree requirements. I cannot help with all of the majors. So you're going to go to your major advisor first, and then maybe come to me after the fact if you need to. Now, when you meet with your primary advisor, please note that we have a new process for advising. Instead of getting a 6-digit advising code, your advisor is going to lift something called an advising hold from your record. So there's no code. You need to actually meet with your advisor so they can clear a barrier for you to register. Additionally, because of this new process, a great thing is going to happen. Your advisors will be able to see if you have an honors attribute on your record. They'll be able to actually see if you're an honors student. So make sure they can see that. If they don't know you're an honors student, please tell them, because they can also help you with some of this advising as relates to honors. Additionally, you will want to review the honors requirements. Again, that'll be in another video. And if you have questions about classes or things you need to take, or if there's something kind of funky going on with your honors progress, you can meet with peer mentors. All their information is in the Honors Center and on the website, or you can meet with me. Please meet with your primary advisor before you meet with me. Make sure you also review this kind of video or other things that I put online to make sure you're up to speed about honors requirements before registration, so during the advising process. Now, one thing I'm going to go through here in the next slides are where you find information about how you're doing in terms of progress through the honors requirements using the My Degree Tracker, which is how you track your progress to degree. Because as you've probably noticed, the main page of the My Degree Tracker doesn't have anything about the honors program on it. That's because the honors program is not your major. It's just an extra program in which you participate. So I'm going to show some screenshots. If you're having trouble with this, this is a great thing to reach out to a peer mentor about, because they can kind of walk you through this process. So once you're in the degree tracker, you're on your main landing page with all of your information. The best way to find out honors program requirements and where you're at is to go to the what if function, which is all the way on the left-hand side of the page. You click what if, then that'll take you to a place where you can drop down and select a degree. So you use the degree drop-down box and you find honors certificate. Select that, click process, and then it'll produce or it'll load a separate page of honors program requirements for you. And just like everything on your main major page, you can see how you're doing in terms of fulfilling those requirements. One thing that I want to emphasize is that since this is not on the main My Degree Tracker page and it's just a what if, so it's kind of speculative in some way, there's no way for me to process substitutions for other classes you take to show up on this honors page. That doesn't mean we can't do substitutions if you take like the wrong section of a class, but it's not going to automatically happen. And if you try to fill out a form for substitution, it won't ever go anywhere. So the registrar does not process honor substitutions. The only way that we can honor a substitution, and the only way you'll know that it applies to your record, is if I write a note in your My Degree Tracker. And that'll usually show up at the bottom of the page, where I'll say something like, student has fulfilled third honors elective requirement through X class taken in X semester. So you can also direct your advisors to that to make sure they understand that that's the process. Okay, so that's all of these sort of advising nuts and bolts. You meet with your primary advisor, you make sure that you understand what you need for your honors requirements using the what if function on the degree tracker. Now, when it comes to registration, when you can register for classes, the big perk of honors is that you get to register before everybody else. So every semester, honors students can register as early as the first time block of registration. Because I think this video will be useful to you over the 4 years, I'm not going to give a specific date right now. You'll find that in the email that I send out to you at the beginning of each advising season. When you register for classes, please use your honors classes to help you fulfill your GE requirements. The next video about requirements will show you how they align with each other. So there's a good way to be kind of strategic about this. And then in order to fulfill your honors requirements, be sure that you're registering for the honors section of classes. So some classes are cross-listed. I'm always going to encourage you to take the honors section. This will be better for the My Degree Tracker. And to be honest with you, it'll make it clear to honors faculty and other administrators that our honors classes are filling and there's a demand for them. So please register for the honors section of the class. Once you fulfill all of your requirements, I just want to note here, there is a specific kind of honors program graduation process that I'll remind you of now. And when you get to your junior and senior years, you'll get emails from me reminding you of this as well. To graduate from the honors program, you have to have fulfilled all of the requirements and finish with a GPA of at least 3.3 overall. So you have to maintain your regular eligibility in order to stay in honors and to graduate from honors. It's not automatic that you will necessarily graduate from the honors program. It's not automatically going to show up on your transcript or your degree or your diploma, that's what it's called, even if you've applied to graduate more generally from the university. The honors program is a separate program and it's a separate process. So that means you need to do something in order to trigger the graduation process. You'll just need to fill out a Google form, a Google Doc that I send out with some information about your catalog year, when you're graduating, that kind of thing. Please only fill this out in the semester you're going to graduate. Otherwise, it gets a little bit complicated on my end. Once I have that information, I will send along a list of honors program graduates to the registrar's office. So make sure you're doing that. Otherwise, there won't be any record of your graduation from the honors program. To wrap up this video, a couple other things to know. You can review requirements looking at some of the other videos I'm going to create or using the honors website, which is still under construction. So apologies for anything that's confusing there. Please use the expertise of your 6 peer mentors, or sometimes that number will be more or less, depending on when you view the video. They're in the Honors Center regularly, and they also have online advising hours. So please use them because they're going through the program. They know a lot of the tips and tricks. You can always reach me via email. This is my email here. And then I also have an advising link where you can sign up for a meeting with me. I'll have that posted in the Honors Center. You can find it by emailing me. So hopefully that has answered a lot of the basic questions. Hopefully it's been a good review. But as always, feel free to reach out to me or peer mentors, and feel free to use the Honors Center space as you need it. And especially around advising and registration, there will be information about classes coming up for the semester.